Hi, thanks for checking out this video. This is going to be a how-to repair video on a Parmak Magnum 12. It's an older version, the metal case unit. They make a newer red plastic case one. Some people say they're just as strong. Some people say they're not as strong as the old metal one. I don't know. Metal is just the case. The boards on the inside are very identical to the plastic ones, a little different. And the transformer is a little different, but the makeup of it's the same. I can't tell you if one's stronger than the other, but we're going to go through this and get this one going. Before we get too started on the thing, just a FYI, on Parmak stuff, we can work on them all day long, get parts for them all day long, but we cannot sell their parts. They have an insurance liability policy that forbids anybody from selling their parts. So typically, most times you either have to send it to Parmak or send it to a place like us. I can't find my business card at the moment. I'll just tell you where we're located at, but there are links in the description area if you want to hit the little drop down arrow and click on our website, fencerfixer.com. Alright, found my little business card here, so there's our information right there. I'm going to pause it, write it down. Alright, so let's turn this thing on and see what's going on. This is a 12 volt unit. This is the non-solar, the Mag 12 UO. UO stands for unit only. They made a Mag 12 SP solar panel. That's what the SP stands for. So, hook it up, see what's going on. Clamps are pretty rusty on this, so we're going to temporarily, we're going to plug it up right onto the rusted part and see if it comes on. If it doesn't come on, we'll slowly work our wires down the clamp and see if it ever powers up, because it could just be bad clamps. They've also got a splice in here as well and some stuff, so it could just be some wiring problems. So let's put it to 12.5 volts. It's off. We've got 13 volts hooked up to it. Turn it on. Okay, nothing. Doesn't have any amp draw on my power supply, so let's move this down to a good metal spot and try it again. Still nothing. This one's really rusty, so we're gonna move this down to right there, right on the contact. Try it again. Nothing. Let's move it down here one more time. Still nothing. Okay, so let's take this apart. Need a drill bit. Drill these bushings off. So I'm going to do all that real quick. Alright. All the little brass bushings drilled out of it. Here's what the inside looks like. Alright, the first thing I want to do is I want to check two things. Check the switch. I'm turning my power supply off. And I'm going to check right down here for continuity. The switch is off right now, so it should not beep. It does not beep, so I'm going to turn the switch on, see if it beeps. Switch is good. Turn the power supply back on. I'm going to check power right here and here. Getting 13 volts, which is what my power supply is doing, so board's bad. Transformers, I mean, we can check it real quick on the, they don't go bad that often. We'll check the ohms across the primary. It should be 0 to 1 ohm. I know I never do it either. Alright, so the board's bad. So now we got to put a new board in there. So we need to pull all the wires off first. pull this feedback wire out. We need to snip the. This is the factory wire. It's a 2012 model based on the little stamp right here, a little stamp right there. Some of them have stamping, some of them have a little piece of paper that says when they were built. That was August of 2012, so it's 9 years old. And the original factory boards from back then, the wires for the switch were soldered straight to it. The later ones were, and the replacement boards have little male spake connectors on there. And just plug the wire right onto it. Alright, I gotta snip off. I'm gonna just kind of right there. Green and yellow, I'll reuse some of that on the new board. So this board is, I'm not gonna bother trying to fix the board, it's just not worth my time. Because the parts aren't super expensive, so I'm not gonna waste 20, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever it might take to fix the board. That's even if I can fix it, because you know you can't get schematics for this stuff, and some of these things like this transformer here or whatever the heck it is, you can't get them from Parmak. They won't tell you where they get them at or who makes them for them or what the parameters are of it. So it's just cheaper just to put a board in it and move on to the next one. So that's what we do on not everything, but on this one, that's what we do. So now I'm going to hook the power up to it. Transformer back up. And then I need my wire strippers. Crimp on some new female spake connectors onto here. That's going to plug onto the board for the switch. Working. What happened? Transformer? Oh. I was just curious what it was. Alright, let's close the case back up here, and we'll just temporarily just kind of set it here. Alright, so we'll move the connections back up to the top here where it was kind of rusted at and see if it needs to, see if it goes to working. If it works, we'll probably clean that up some. Turn this off, turn my power supply on. Now what it should have, this is a new style board. The needle is going to go back and forth 3 times. First time it goes across and back is initialization. Second time it goes across is your battery check. Tells you how to charge up your battery is. If it's in the green, you're good. And it holds there for about 3-4 seconds. Then it goes back to red. Then it goes back to green, so start clicking. So watch that needle there. Initialization, battery check. And it's clicking. So I'll put a fence tester across there and see what kind of reading we get out of it. We've got a Gallagher fault finder here that we'll test it with. See what kind of kV reading we get. We're getting 6.7 kV on the bottom number. It's almost 7,000 volts. So this one's basically done. So now I don't put those bushings back in. I bolt it back together and put that little rubbery plastic thing, whatever the heck this is, around it, and call it done. So that's it for this little repair. We're going to go on to the next one. I've got a bunch of units to work on, so I don't have time to fool with the board. I'm just going to fix it and move on to the next one. So if you got a Parmak Mag 12 or any other brand of model, send it on in here. We'll take a look at it for its free quote. It means things about 100, 110, 120, whatever they are, brand new. And repairs are pretty cheap on this. Labor's only 10, 15 bucks, and then whatever parts cost are. So, you know, it's not too bad. I mean, shipping, you can ship this in a medium flat rate box for about $14, give or take. Maybe less than that. Alright, so till next time, see you later.